Uh, he invited me onto his podcast, and it was a pleasure that a man that have a following like he do to give the small people out here, the common man, a voice. I really appreciate that, Big Hurt. And y'all can look at his podcast on YouTube, Fresh Out. Yeah, like I said, it was a pleasure, and I truly appreciate that you gave me the opportunity to get on your platform. And we touched on a couple of things because a lot of people didn't realize that I was a military veteran, and I came out and I took that military mentality and work ethic to the drug game when I was out there hustling, and kept me very focused. It made me very aware of my surroundings, and I really were very uh, game when I did everything. I was always on point, and when I was out there hustling, I had no fear because Marine Corps teach you can't have fear, and that just translated that to the drug trade because it gave me more awareness. I had extreme discipline, so that's why I was successful in the game. And we tapped on that. And like I told him, I was hustling with people in 4 different states, fellas out of Detroit, fellas out of Virginia, West Virginia, and Ohio. So I was making a lot of money. But see, a lot of people don't realize the kind of money I was making on the street because I wasn't extremely flamboyant. I didn't hang out a lot. I kept a lot of people out of my business. 95% of the people who ever hustled with me maybe couldn't even tell you where I lived when I was hustling. Cause I try to move under the radar, and it's unfortunate that I got hemmed up on somebody else case that I shouldn't have been on. Some guys implicated me in their case. They basically lied for they didn't get time cuts and stuff like that, and they put me into the case, which I should have never been. I never was under investigation. I never got caught doing anything. I never been in a raid. I never been set up. I never been accused of even being a drug dealer. But like I said, these guys got me hemmed up because they wanted to go home instead of taking their weight because they already had testified on somebody prior to me saying he was the leader organizer. Now they come back for a time cut. Now they saying I'm the leader organizer of a scheme that I had no involvement in. I end up taking it on the chin and took my ass to jail. So I really was sitting in jail for a crime that I really didn't commit, even though I was hustling. God knew I was hustling, but I wasn't hustling with them. And they made up a lot of stories about me, and a lot of it fabricated about the kind of money I was making, some of the things I did because they didn't know because they wasn't hustling with me. And I was telling Big Hurt that it's too easy for these young men to get hemmed up on somebody else's indictment, and next minute you know you in jail for the rest of your life. You don't want to be that person that's sitting in prison, man, because somebody else mistake. Because nowadays, dudes ain't built the same. They not going to take their weight. See, when I went to prison, I could have testified and told on 40 or 50 guys that used to work for me that were running around me. The case stopped with me once them guys told on me. Nowadays, these guys get hemmed up. They get caught red-handed. They sit there, and your name get mentioned cause of them. They still not going to say you had anything to do with it. And directly, that's dry snitching because if you get caught doing a crime and you don't own up to your weight, then months and months later or a year later, other people name get caught up in your case. How? When you got caught as an individual. And that's what people do nowadays. Or both of y'all in the car, you know it's your work. You won't take the work. You will leave it there and say, hey, whatever happened, happened. But you better not go downtown on me and say nothing. But damn, you going to let your man go the harm way. You're going to let your man go to prison for your mistake, your inaction, your unprofessionalism in the game. So when I was in the game, when I got hemmed up, everybody who was with me or my right-hand man, the name was never mentioned. It stopped with me. It didn't go no further than that. No, don't think they didn't come and ask me. I went ahead and took that 23 years on the head and rolled out for a crime that I didn't even commit. And that's crazy. And this is the same way, this is the way society is built up now. These guys know they committed a crime, but they want to take their weight. They want somebody to be the fall guy. Then they say, oh, man, well, he's told on me. No, you told on yourself. You got caught up, and you brought everybody involved in your case. And that's the way society is built up now. So I told Big Hurt, these kids and these young men need to know what the sentence they're gonna get, that they're gonna be working for $18 a month. They're gonna be doing slave labor, and you're gonna work, and within 5 to 6 years of your bit, you're gonna be broke. And you gotta hope that your mama or your friend or somebody sends you money. Your girlfriend gonna leave you, your wife gonna divorce you, your kids gonna start despising you because you're not in their life. And then if you was a kingpin or you was a street leader or a soldier on the street, you got to go to the bottom of the total bowl because a lot of gangsters in there, a lot of street dudes, because they got protocol in jail. You not coming to lead nothing. And then you think you gonna do what you want, they got something for you. They call it shank. Or you had to check in because you're not gonna do what you want to do. So why would you put yourself in that situation? That's why I say success out of prison is a platform that I love because I like to reach out to people and tell them, hey man, you can be successful out here. There's no need for you to have your ass in prison doing all that time for nothing. I did all that time for nothing. Went in jail, labeled a kingpin, came out working a minimum wage job for nothing. Now, as time went on, I educated myself. I went to school. I went to Owens Community College. Also got an associate degree from Clary College in Michigan. I ended up opening up several businesses. Uh, and I got into the stock market and cryptocurrency. But hey, it took me 20 years of grinding. I could have did that same 20 years of grinding instead of sitting in prison 20 years. So you got to make the decision: 20 years in prison or 20 years out here in the trenches. I'd rather be out here in the trenches, working hard, getting the trade, educating myself, and being focused on what I need to do as a man, instead of being sitting up in somebody else's prison and they telling me what to do. So, like I said, I'm gonna make this short, but I'm gonna give a shout out to Big Herc and his podcast. Everybody should follow him. Very good, humble guy, Christian brother. I love the interview, and I thank him very much for giving me an opportunity to look up for Fresh Out, and you can follow me on Accidental Investor 419 on TikTok, and also you can follow me on Success Out the Prison on Instagram. I'm there. And also, it's Tyrone Friesen on Facebook. But like I said, man, I appreciate everybody coming in. And like I said, look up Fresh Out. I don't know when the interview going to come out or when they're going to post it. But I can't wait to see myself live and speaking the truth about being incarcerated and coming home, dealing with issues, and trying to get your life together. Peace out with Accidental Investor. Os.